it is week 2. I have finished all of the stuff that was asked of me from this book, Julia. I kind of had some weird thoughts about this chapter. It was kind of confusing. We were just talking about people who drain your energy, I guess, like crazy makers and stuff like that, but it was just kind of stuck on that for a while. And then after that, talking about some, what was it? Mm, like affirmations and stuff is what it was talking about, but what was I trying to say? Yeah, it was kind of that part I liked. It was says paying attention. That was like the one part of the chapter that I really liked. But then there was like the crazy makers part. I didn't fully understand what we were talking about. It felt like we spent too much time on basically people who just take energy from you, which is like fine. But I feel like I'm past that point where I don't really let people do that. Like I'll just get myself out of that situation. Like even like earlier this week, I recorded with a friend, and he was kind of like that. He was that crazy maker, kind of just all talk type of thing, you know. And so even then, his doubt started to affect me. I noticed, and I was starting to not create as authentically or just create in general because of the stuff he would say and how he would act. So I don't think I'm gonna go work with him no more. But that was pretty interesting how like that was one of the first topics in the chapter, and then on the first day of this week I dealt with that. But other than that, uh it's been an interesting week. Felt kind of, I don't want to say lonely, but feeling kind of lost. Like I don't know what to do. Like I know I'm trying my best doing a lot of things. Like even like this TikTok thing, like I've just been posting daily for the past like 2 weeks now. And it's simply for the fact of getting out of my comfort zone, cuz I could tell like I don't know. I don't know if I even really like it. It's just stupid. Like I just post the stupidest shit, but I'm only doing that because I need to like get out of my comfort zone. I need to get over this fear of like being seen. You know, I hate posting online. So I just need to get over that. So if I do it every single day, and I have noticed it's getting a lot easier every day that I post. And just keeping up with that, but even with it, I still feel kind of lost. Like I'm trying my best at all this art and creativity and trying to just make music my career, but I just feel so lost. Like I'm doing so much, but I feel like I'm making no progress, you know? And so that's just like infuriating. But luckily, this next chapter talks about anger and how to channel it and use it for good in your creativity. Um, yeah. Um, I also wanted to talk about, what was it? Right, the attention part. So one of the big things I feel like I learned this week was being present. Because even for my artist day, okay, I'm kind of all over the place right now, but what I'm trying to say is a big part of it, one thing I've really been working on is following my intuition and like really trying to hear it and follow it, you know? And I feel like that's a bit of a struggle. Oh my God, it's hot. One second. Turn the heater on because I was cold. Now I'm way too hot. But I was trying to focus on following my intuition and just letting like practicing letting God take the wheel, you know? And it's just kind of hard to practice things like that, I guess. Um, or maybe I just need more practice and I have been doing it. But for my artist date, I had gone to like this 420 event, and it was interesting. It was like mainly just a pit bull breeding convention with people smoking. So I was like, oh, okay, this is different. Like, I didn't think it would be this, but it was. I'm glad I did it. It was pretty out of my comfort zone, just because I went alone, and yeah, I just went there, made small talk with some people. That was my goal, just to like go interact, get out of my shell, and because it's easy when you have like friends, there. Because then, like, even if you're not talking to nobody, you at least have like this person to talk to. But I didn't have that, so I was kind of just looking lonely, or like just by myself for the most part. And then like I would go to all the vendors and stuff and just make small talk about their product, talk about their day, talk about this event, and then just move on. And so then there was a psychic there too, and so something in me was just kind of like pulled towards it. So then I went there, and then I gave her like $20 to do the little card reading, and it was like really like it feels silly, but it was really accurate. It was talking about, like, in the first like stuff she pulled, one of the first cards she pulled was music, and then the rest of them were all talking about intuition and keeping an open mind, and basically just like following your dream and keep doing that, and you'll feel blind, but have faith and just keep going. Don't stop, you know? And then another big thing was friends. It was saying like collaborate with people, new people are coming, and I was so happy to hear that, cuz lately I don't have a damn friend. Like, it was weird, like last year, like I had too many friends. I had too many plans, right? But then 2025 started, and I ain't have a single person to hang out with. Like, of course, my girlfriend and my mom, but like friends, I haven't hung out with a friend in months. And it's been like a goal of mine to like make more friends, but not just like more friends. Like, I'm not just like, oh, anybody hang out with me, please. Like, I want good friends. I want not broke friends. And I want creative friends that actually create, not creative friends that talk about creating, you know, and so it's things like that, so it just felt really like uh personal, right? And then even one of the last cards she pulled, it was um also about intuition, but then the very last card she pulled was a new moon in Aquarius, and I'm Aquarius. So it just felt like all of it was resonating with me. So I was really glad I did that. I I had bought these edibles from that 420 event, and it was like 100 milligrams, right? But I basically came home. I I was trying to be creative and create art, but I keep overthinking it. Like, I just get stuck in my head. As soon as I stop overthinking it and I just go, like, I let go of attachment to all the thoughts and just all the silly shit in my head. Once I let go and just acknowledge it, like, oh, that's a thought, cool. Like, good. I don't even label it. That's a good thought. That's a bad thought. That's just a thought. And that's it. And I move on. And I just practice being present. Like, even this, like, just practice, like, slowing down and taking a breath, feeling the chair on my skin, feeling the pages of this book on my fingertips, and the air enter my nose and leave my mouth as I try to talk about these feelings that I'm having, and being truly present in each moment. Because I had came to this revelation. I had prayed to God for the first time in a long time, and had a really long conversation with him. It was mainly just me ranting and complaining, being like, you even fuck with me no more? Because, yeah, basically that. And I feel like he showed me that I have to enjoy it. I'm on this process. I have this goal, and it's a big goal. I understand that, and I have a lot of doubt in my mind, of course, but it's not enough doubt to make me stop, and it's not enough doubt to even slow me down. I'ma still go hard, no matter what, but I can't help but wish there was some certainty to all this work I'm putting in, that there will be a payout. But I'm kind of just at this point like, fuck it. Like, it has to. I did not come this far just to come this far. There's not a fucking chance I worked day in and day out, like, created music even on the days I didn't want to create music. I was just like, I don't want to. I want to go do something else. But no, today I will, because it's a habit. I'm not just going to create when inspiration strikes. I'm going to create because I create. That's who I am, you know? And so really like honing down on that. And I don't see it's possible for me to not succeed. I really don't. Like, even when I get these doubts in my mind, and I get put down because there's someone, like, something happens, like someone just says the right thing, and it just kind of hits a little hard, and it like puts me down, discourages me, but never enough to make me genuinely want to quit, you know? And so, my bad, that was a huge tangent, but actually, no, fuck it, I don't feel sorry. That was my tangent. This video, I'm making it for me to look back. So, this is where I'm at, Roanoke. Wonder, whatever. Yeah. This week has been irritating. I've been searching for answers, and I feel like they're being actively hidden, which is infuriating. But the main thing was being present and enjoying this journey, because I know I will succeed. I've worked too hard to not succeed. But if I reach my goal and I didn't enjoy it, what was the point? Because even then I was like, I took that 100 milligram edible. I was uncomfortably high and just paranoid alone in my house, like crossfaded, just drinking and then off that edible. It was a lot. But then my mind just started going down these rabbit holes, because I'm still like on this mission of higher creativity and like reaching my higher self. But my mind was telling me, it's gonna sound weird, but we're all just like apes. And like the caveman, we're no different. It's just we're all doing things to take up time. We're put on this earth, we eat, we have sex, and then we go home. Like, that's it. The rest of it is just us finding new ways to take up time. But then, even then, because we're put on this earth, you could do literally anything. You want to fucking, I don't even know, climb a tree? Go climb a tree. You know what I mean? Like, it really does not matter. And, but whatever you do it like you want to do it. Don't just do it like you're dragging yourself through it, waiting for it to be done. That's not what life is about. Whatever you do, no matter how mundane the task, like washing dishes, feel the plate, feel the soap. Enjoy the process of scrubbing a plate. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just like, actually, no, I don't care if you don't understand. I understand, and that's enough for me. Scrubbing the plate and feeling content, not like overjoyed, jumping around like, I'm so happy washing these fucking dishes. Nah, like, just being content with, I feel alive, and you really feel grateful for it, even if things are uncomfortable, because it's hard. Like, that was at the beginning of this week that I had this revelation, and the rest of this week I've been trying to practice it, but fuck, it's hard. It's hard, dude. Like really being present, especially when you're in your feelings or someone gets you mad, but like still taking a deep breath and reminding yourself, I am grateful to have these problems. I'm grateful to feel this emotion because it's just an emotion. Tomorrow it's not going to be here. And even if it is, it's not going to be the same. It's going to change. It's going to transform. And that's beautiful. It really is. Um, what else did I want to talk about? I am really excited to start this one about right. This chapter like really doubled down on like poisonous playmates and then like crazy makers. Basically like all these people that you're giving way too much energy to. Basically like I guess is like cut them off or put up like a safety to know like don't let them drain you basically. And so it was cool, but I feel like we talked about it the entire chapter, and I was like, okay, I fucking get it. Like after the first like two sentences, I was like, all right, I get it. Why are we still fucking talking about this? And then she talking about some shit with her grandma. I was like, where? What are we talking about right now? Where are we? But um, yeah, and the other part I enjoyed was the open mindedness. Like it said, like uh leave the door like cracked, and so even when like there's a new like brand new idea, we tend to like at the first sign of it close the door, you know, but instead just leave it open, or even as much as you can try to push it open at like slightly each time, just like be open to new things, right? And so I think that's also a big point of um the artist dates, about going to these things that you haven't done or you kind of don't want to do because you're a little scared, you know. Um, but yeah, just doing that. What else did I want to say? The tasks this week were pretty interesting. It made you think a lot. Um, there's the what is these? Right. So my favorite part was the life pie. I thought that was actually really interesting, and the 10 tiny changes. The rest of the tasks, those are cool too, like listing 20 things that you enjoy and the last time you did them. That was actually really insightful, and I learned a lot about myself through that one. The affirmations, cool. Safety map, like the top 5 activities that you did this week, and then making a circle, and then the topics, write important topics that you want to nurture inside the circle, and then people in your life that are supportive inside the circle, and then topics that you feel are not benefiting you or maybe holding you back, and write those topics outside the circle along with people you have to keep your safety up, right? And so that part was really cool. But my favorite was the life pie. So it was basically make a circle and make 6 pieces, right? And put a little 3 lines through them, right? And so then in each one, you got to fill it up based on how fulfilled you are in each category. So then it goes spirituality, exercise, play, work, friends, and then romance slash adventure. So those are the 6 categories. And I noticed for romance, exercise, and work, those are pretty high. Yeah, I could get a little bit more, of course, but those are pretty high. Like, I don't think I'm at a deficit of those right now. Whereas friends, spirit, and play, like, you could just look at it right now. Like, it's like really low, you know? And so I just realized I need to work on that. So the spirituality, I am going to practice praying again, and meditating regularly. I used to be good at it. I used to do it daily and just like find 10 minutes a day just to sit down with my thoughts and just practice letting them go, having no attachment to them, and just, finding me. And then I'm going to get back in that. So hopefully that brings that spirituality up more. Friends, I think I just got to be patient. I think they're coming. I think they're on their way. They're already out there. But for right now, I don't have to like go like search for them. I think there's already a time limit, and then these people are already on their way into my life. So that one, yeah, it'd be nice to have right now, but I'm not too worried about that. And it's actually funny. Like just 30 minutes ago, my friend, he wanted to record and like have a little studio session tomorrow, but I have this thing for school and I couldn't make it. But trying to like work it out and like, cause I haven't worked with him in like a year. And so I don't know where you just sent that. So I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm trying to do that. But other than that, there's play. And so that's what I was also noticing from the enjoyment. Like, even like I had this conversation with my mom about when I was a kid, and like there's just so much I have forgotten about. And so it was fun because she didn't forget. So she was just kind of reminding me about all these silly things I did as a kid and like who I am, right? That I kind of just forgot about. And I used to play like a mofo. Like I wouldn't keep playing, and I'd be like sad. Like I'd be playing with like whoever, right? Like a family friend or like someone my age or something. And we'll be playing for like a cool like 6 hours. And then they'll get tired and be like, okay, I need a break. And then I will really be like, nobody wants to play with me. As if they didn't play with me for 6 hours. So I always just had like hella energy. Just want to just play, play, play. But it's been like 5 years since I've like played. And so then I was thinking, and even like the times I would like spar and like slap box or box my friends, I consider that play. Like that was fun. But even then, it's been like a year since I've done that. So I think I would like to focus on that more. Because fuck it, even playing like tag, I think that would be good for me. Good for my spirit right now. Just like just playing tag, just not giving a fuck, just running around, having fun and laughing and just being silly goofy. I could really use that. And luckily today my friend comes over and we're gonna do some training and then we're gonna spar right after. So normally that's really fun, but we just haven't done it in like 2 months or so. And so gonna do that. With the braces, I kind of can't really spar like that. I getting hit in the face with these is fucking brutal. Oh my god, my whole head starts ringing. But soon as these are off, I'm gonna go back to sparring because I miss it so much. But yeah, let me see. Is there anything else I have to say? Because I might just end the video here. I really should start making a little like list of the stuff I want to talk about. But oh well. Oh well. I am really excited for this next week though. Like I want to finish that chapter tonight cuz I've been fucking angry. And like I don't even know about what or at who, but I've been upset. Just wanting like even in the morning pages, like I can feel myself as I write get fucking like upset. Like nothing's happening, but like my handwriting just gets so much worse. And like I have bad handwriting already, but then like it feels like genuine fucking rage and anger, and like for no reason. Like I'm not mad at nobody. Nothing even happened. I'm sitting here alone writing on this page, and I am so angry for some reason. And like it gets to a point where I have to like just put down the pencil and walk away for a minute just because like my hand just gets so tense from squeezing the fuck out of this pencil. And then like my handwriting just gets absolutely a batshit. Like I can't even read what I'm writing. And I basically like I felt that anger, and it said like it prefaced like the beginning of this chapter. It said anger might come up like through the morning pages, through like the looking back and at these memories and stuff. Things are gonna pop up, and so I guess it's supposed to happen, but you know. And then what was it? I had also oh oh a page just came out. Okay, I'll figure that out later. But let me see. Right, I had prayed to God basically last night for the first time in a while, asking for guidance. Just oh, that's what I want to talk about. My intentions, why I'm doing what I do. So, okay, let me start with that prayer. I had talked to God for the first time in a while and simply just asked, am I really doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I really where I'm supposed to be? Because I feel like I should be further, but I don't know. It's not really up to me. And basically, just upset. I spent a lot of time, a lot of years upset with God for certain things that were out of my control. And I I cursed him. For so long I was like, "Fuck you, God! I hate you," and all this for all this stuff. But I basically talked to him for the first time in a while, and it was really nice because I had asked him if he's angry or disappointed in me, and then I also asked if my uncle who passed away is angry or disappointed in me. And then I said other stuff too, and then basically saying like I just pray for guidance. Like I know you won't just show yourself to me and show that you're with me, but I'm gonna try my best to see you in places even when you don't show yourself. I'm gonna try my best to see you even when you're not trying to be seen. And then I had asked if Duty Mama, my uncle, is angry or disappointed in me. And then that same night, I had a dream where he showed up, and it was so freaky, like I couldn't believe it, and like I had like touched him, like I had like touched his shoulder to feel like, are you real? And then he felt real, like it felt like I touched him, and I felt the like pressure, and he just had this red shirt. He was at my grandma's house. We were there, but it was slightly different. It was like the setup of her house, but it looked really different. He was in this red shirt, and then he wasn't sick or like with cancer or anything. He was healthy and like full and healthy, you know? And it was just great seeing him like that. And he was just nonchalant, just there, saw me like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "What?" And then I touched him. I was like, "I'm good. How are you?" And then we just had some small talking. He told me something about beer that like I kind of forgot about, but yeah, something about like the color, the taste of beer, or something like that. But like some small talk about beer, and saying like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know. But then that was it, and it just I didn't know how to take that. I told my mom, and she said to take that as, well, he wouldn't have shown himself to you if he was angry or disappointed in you. So that's your answer. He came to you. He talked to you. He showed himself to you, proving he's not angry or disappointed in you. You know, and so that felt really nice. And yeah, and so this is the last thing I'm gonna end it on. My intentions. I I was stuck on this for a while. Why is being one of the greatest musicians and the greatest artist I can possibly be such a heavy goal of mine? Like, why is it always on the forefront of my brain? Like, it's all I think about. And I, yeah, I don't even have to think about it. I just wrote it down. But, right, and my intentions and how I want to be remembered. And I want to be remembered just as much as I want to be remembered as being one of the greatest musicians and a musical genius and one of the greatest rock stars to ever walk the earth. Just as much as I want to be remembered for that, I want to be remembered for my kindness and my empathy and how I help people. That is, I'd say, just as important to me. Being remembered for caring about people and just caring in general. And my intentions with this dream of mine is I just want to make God's plan come to fruition and continue to be a channel for God's creativity and letting Him speak through me and creating what I feel is authentic in me and trying to teach the world how to believe in themselves and just to chase their dreams. It doesn't have to be in the arts or anything grandiose, but whatever you feel in your soul, that pull, don't quiet that voice down. That's what my intentions are. And then even with my music, I want to create stories and bring out these emotions from myself and the listener that gives you no choice but to feel your emotions. Like, you can't hide from it. You have to feel it and you have to go through it. That's what my intentions are with my music. To show empathy to the world and connect people through these similar emotions and stories. And even if the story isn't like specific for you, I feel like a lot of these stories and throughout life, they're all very connected. Like hero's journey type of stuff, but even not hero's journey, there's the other type of stories too. And I feel like they always fall into these categories where it's like slightly different, but the stories are the same, and that's why they resonate with us so deeply. It's because we can relate to them, and then we can see our lives and our situations in these stories. And so that's what I want to bring to the world with my music. And on that note, I'm out.